Jets Media Day 2024 is leveling things up this season as I secured our group The Hangar, a private upscale suite exclusive only for us. Join me, Richie Melora, for an unforgettable game day experience at the New York Jets vs. Denver Broncos Week 4 matchup this season. The tailgate party will be hosted by Gotham City Crew, and I will be doing a Jets Media live pregame show right from the tailgate. Last but not least, get post-game access to MetLife Stadium's turf after the game is over with the entire group. You will not want to miss the third annual Jets Media Day event this year. Contact me on social media or my email for more information on where to secure your tickets. Jets Media Day 2024 is going to be an unforgettable experience this season. Can't wait to see you guys there. Jets, 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 Jets. What is going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to Jets Media. My name is Richie, and I want to go live to break down what happened at Jets training camp today. The worst day of the offense. The New York Jets, after 2 days of rest after their preseason game on Saturday, back at practice this morning, and I wanted to share my thoughts. Guys, make sure you check out BetUS Sportsbook. They are powering today's show and will continue to power the show all throughout the season. Link in the description to sign up today. 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Shout out to BetUS. Now, I definitely want to share my thoughts and go into the reports that we saw across the beat, across everybody that was at practice today. Now, I was not there with my own eyes, but according to Connor Hughes and a lot of the people that was at practice today, definitely not the best day of practice for the New York Jets and the offense. Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic says this was probably the worst practice the Jets offense has had all summer. A lot of Aaron Rodgers throws hitting the ground either through miscommunications, inaccuracy, or throwaways. Definitely some interesting stuff there. Now, this is going to bring up a big conversation amongst Jets fans, and I already know what we got to talk about. Also, Tony Adams is the man who picked off Aaron Rodgers to finish off practice, which I think you can use as a positive, in my opinion, not just a negative. Connor Hughes says, I had Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers going 11 for 27, passing today with an interception to Tony Adams. 2 of those incompletions would have been obvious would-be sacks by Will McDonald. Shout out Will McDonald. Coaches let plays continue. Wasn't a great day. I don't even know if you can say the defense won. The offense just looked bad, sluggish. Couple of highlights throws to Garrett Wilson. About all that stood out positively. Cool to see our boy Garrett Wilson still making plays, even in an ugly offensive day. The way I look at it is these days happen in practice. I mean, we can't expect Aaron Rodgers in the offense to be lighting it up and just like picture perfect every single practice. I think that they needed a practice like this to maybe a little wake-up call to kind of figure out what's going wrong. And the biggest thing that I'm going to ask you guys, does this mean that the New York Jets should put Aaron Rodgers in the starting offense out there against the Giants? That's what I want to know. Should the New York Jets consider starting the Aaron Rodgers-led starting offense this Saturday night against the New York Giants? That is interesting, okay? Because there's 2 sides of it. Is it really worth the risk of injury? But we also need them to be in actual game type of experience. I think it really comes down to the joint practices this week against the New York Giants to kind of answer that question. But let me know in the chat what you guys think. We got Michael in the chat. Let's go Jets. What's up? Robbie Rhino. Good afternoon, Richie. Go Jets. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Jimmy says, Jets Media, best show on YouTube. Yes, I said it. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate you, bro. I do appreciate you. Let's go, my boy. What's up, man? Shots is in the chat. Yes, start the starting offense. They need the reps. So let me know in the chat where you lie. Should the New York Jets consider playing their starters this Saturday night against the Giants? Now, to put things in perspective, they did that last year. Aaron Rodgers in the starting offense went out there and played 2 drives. One of the drives finished in a touchdown to Garrett Wilson. And it was working. So I know that Robert Saleh and everybody in the Jets is kind of still traumatized from the injury that they had to deal with yesterday as a team with Aaron Rodgers going down. So that's definitely why they'd prefer him not to. And I also think that Robert Saleh already kind of like prematurely ruled Aaron Rodgers out of the preseason a few weeks ago. And even Aaron Rodgers said that on the interview during the game against the Panthers on Saturday night. So that's interesting. But you see the offensive struggles out there and the miscommunications. I mean, time's ticking. We have, let's see. 1, 2, 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today, folks. 3 weeks is the opener against the 49ers. Sheesh. 3 weeks from today is the opener. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So, time's ticking. The Jets got to get on the same page on the offense ASAP. Bro, they practice every day. 25 practices so far. Bound to have a bad day in there, just like a red hot days in there. They can't be all perfect. Exactly how I'm looking at it. This is definitely something to not overreact over. Like in practice, we all, as Jets fans, we want to see the offense cooking. But at the same time, what if the Jets defense needs a day to be dominant like they were today? And Robert Saleh said about the struggling offense in the press conference, like, hey, they're going up against a top 5 defense. So, that's not what the fans want to hear. But at the end of the day, the defense has to have those dominant days. We need this defense at the top of the league. Without Hassan Reddick, we need, like, Will McDonald to wake up and be an elite player. Going to the quarterback, we need these guys to really just dominate. Absolutely dominate. So that is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the chat because I don't really think this is a big deal. I don't know if there's any other stuff that happened. I know Jermaine Johnson got pissed off at practice today. Let's read what Connor Hughes said about that. Connor Hughes says, Jermaine Johnson heated after a second down incompletion from Aaron Rodgers. He threw a water bottle to go 30 yards. I'll be honest, that was a wildly impressive. He launched it. Best throw of practice today. I'm not saying that. Wow. All right, Connor Hughes, we get it. Will McDonald did dominate at practice today. The defense had their day. Tony Adams, excuse me. Tony Adams is the man who got the interception. You see Connor Hughes says Will McDonald's having a good day. Just got his would-be second sack. So after a dominant pass rush against the Panthers and Will McDonald getting that sack, he bounces back and gets a big, big sack. Love to see that. Aaron Rodgers made a ridiculous throw in practice just now. Sidearm to get it past a reaching Mosley. Closing sauce. Garrett Wilson on the catch. Only like a 10-yard game, but throws like that are ones only few can make. He was pumped after it too. See, so there are some things that happen that's positive, right? There are some things that happen that's positive. So don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. My boy Dane's in the chat. What's good, bro? JG got mad because they didn't call him for a sack. Give my boy a sack. Give me a sack. Who is McDonald going against? I'm not sure. And remember, they blow the plays dead, so it's hard to even take tally of the sacks. It's like more would-be sacks than actual sacks. So take the sacked numbers with a grain of salt. But definitely curious to get your guys' thoughts. After the last preseason game, is training camp more light? Yeah. Training camp kind of ends after the preseason is done because the Jets are going to start cutting down the 53-man roster, which is going to be very interesting, by the way, to see who makes this roster and who doesn't. That's going to be very interesting. Who makes this team, who doesn't? Business Hooks in the chat. What's good, bro? Everyone complaining. We need McDonald to have more flashes, get sacks and join practices and games. We need more Will Mack. Gets 2 today. Still don't trust Will Mack. Will Mack will be fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some injury news. JVC and Isaiah Oliver are expected to be back for week 1. So JVC and Isaiah Oliver are out for the rest of camp, as well as Leki Fatu. And Irvin Charles should be back soon. Just things to look out for the injuries. Up until this point, I would say the Jets are doing pretty darn good with the injury bug. So let's keep it that way. Can we let a year 2 player have time to develop, please? Will Mack is progressing and will be fine. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it, First State Jets. I saw you sold out for Media Day. Well, Business Hooks, I did sell out. Jets Media Day tickets are sold out. I may have a few extra tickets left, but they're not available on the website. Crazy stuff. I did not. Those tickets just start flying off the shelves out of nowhere. I don't know what did that. Did you see BetUS had Jets #1 in betting? Zachary, speaking of BetUS, let's go into their odds because BetUS did release that graphic, and then I did double check, and the odds are subject to change. It's not, the Jets are not the favorite just yet, Zachary. I think they posted those odds today, and then the lines changed. So let me show you guys the odds on BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook sponsor of the channel. If you guys want to open up your BetUS account, that link is down below in the description. You get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Definitely a big-time shout-out to our proud sponsor of BetUS Sportsbook. Let's go. So they have these odds right here I find interesting. Okay, let me just change this, bring it there, boom, boom. So here's the BetUS website. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, definitely open up your account. So the BetUS site, the New York Jets to come in first place is at +180. The Jets to come in second place is at +200. The Jets to finish in third place is at +160. So they have the Jets odds to win the division still at +180. So I find it interesting. I saw what you saw as well, Zachary, and then I double-checked the sports book, and it's not up to date just yet. But there's a lot of interesting bets here on their website. So if you guys want to go check them out, definitely go check out BetUS Sportsbook. The over-under for win total for the New York Jets is at 9.5. I love the over for the New York Jets. I mean, the fact that they're at 9.5, it's the same win total as last year, so I'm not going to be, complaining. We need this Jets team to prove it rather than ask for, here it is, 9.5 wins, over-under on BetUS. So if you guys want to go put your money on the Jets over 9.5 wins, it's a likely bet at -160 odds. So big time shout out to BetUS Sportsbook for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Shout out to BetUS. Now, I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts more about today's practice. Definitely don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, folks. And any questions, comments, concerns that you guys have in the chat, don't hesitate to let me know. Maybe I'll open this up to a Q&A, baby. We haven't had a Q&A in a minute now, so that's also what we're going to do. I'm going to open up the line, get you guys in the building, talking some Jets. Guys, we have 26 likes. We can do better than that. We can do better than 26 likes. I know we can do that. So the hotline is open. The hotline is open if you guys want to come call in. Will can never be enough in the eyes no matter how good he is because he went against their draft analysis. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous stuff. Oh, one bad practice on offense. Let's cancel the season. LOL JK. I mean, come on now. If you're a Jets fan and you think that today's practice is the end-all, be-all, I mean, it's good for the trolls. It's good for the people on Twitter to see it and be like, see, the Jets stink. The Jets are going to bomb this year. Come on now. It's just going to add more fuel to them. We're talking about practice. We get happy when they do well, but we can't get too high when they do well in practice. Can we celebrate the defense having a good day? Because, and I also want to remind you guys this. Me personally, as a Jets fan, I'm not expecting this offense to come out of the gate as a well-oiled machine right away. I'm expecting this offense to kind of have a slow, struggle early on and get better as the season goes on. And that's what the Jets fans' expectation should be. We should not expect this Jets offense to click. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be trash right away and be atrocious and can't score touchdowns. I'm expecting touchdowns to be scored. But I don't look at this Jets offense and my expectations is realistic. I'm not really looking at it like, oh, yeah, bro, they're going to definitely go out there and light it up week 1 and week 2, week 3. I mean, I expect the defense to be lighting it up and doing what they do early on. That's for sure. But when it comes to the offense, I think it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. And that's okay. We can't expect the offense to come out week 1 and put up 35 plus. If they can get, speaking of week 1 versus the Niners, it's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a grueling defensive gritty battle. It's going to be probably a low scoring, like 16-13 type of game that the Jets will hopefully win. 2 of the best defenses in the NFL. The 49ers are a Super Bowl team. The New York Jets are trying to be a Super Bowl team. So it's a great, great test for the Jets early on, man. It is such a great test for us early on. And I am just so, so excited for the season to finally begin. I'm so excited for the season to finally begin, man. For being honest. Because I'm just so sick of talking about practice. I'm so sick of talking about training camp. I'm so sick of talking about preseason. I want to talk about the games that matter. Talk about all film that matters the most. Let's go, man. The All-22 film, by the way, isn't available yet. At least it wasn't this morning. It wasn't available this morning. So that's why I'm not breaking down the film. I mean, there's not really a lot of film to break down. That's good. We're being honest with ourselves this week. From week 2 of the preseason. I mean, what did we take away from week 2? None of the starters played. So it's really a slow burn type of game to kind of break down, if we're being honest with ourselves. What would your... All right. What would your thoughts process be if the Jets go out and get blown out like 33-10? Glenn, what would your thought process be if the Dolphins get blown out 33-10 in week 1? Obviously upset. And week 1 is a lie. Like, obviously, if the Jets are the ones blowing them out, we're going to be happy. But we can't look at week 1 and like think that it's like going to tell the story for every single team across the league. Okay? We can't expect that. So I think that Jets fans got to realize that it's going to take a little bit for this offense to work. Tack over Clemens for now. Tack McKinley has definitely looked good. There's no denying that. Literally zero denying that. Tack McKinley has a chance to make this team. I think he will, probably. I mean, how do you even, like, with the Hassan Reddick situation, he's technically not going to make the team, right? Or no, he is going to have a spot on the 53-man roster. I don't know, because the Hassan Reddick situation is like the only cloud over the heads of this Jets team. The only clouds over this Jets team. And luckily, I don't think it's a distraction, but it's definitely something we got to talk about. So, I feel like today's practice could be a big awake. It could be a good opportunity for this Jets offense to wake up. Because remember, progression and progress comes at the darkest times. When you get deep into yourself and see where the struggles lie, that's when you can pinpoint it and you can fix the issue at hand and bounce back. So maybe today is the day where the Jets offense go together in the meeting room and they realize, okay, well, we need to get on the same page here. And let's be honest, this is all about the Jets playmakers getting on the same page as Aaron Rodgers. That's really what it comes down to. How can the playmakers of these New York Jets get on the same page as Aaron Rodgers? See the game through his eyes. That's what they were trying to do last year, and that's what they're trying to do this year. So, maybe this can turn into a big positive today's practice. Did you see Judon say he isn't talking contract with the Falcons because he didn't prove anything there yet? Reddick should take notes. Hell yeah, Reddick should take notes. Come on, Reddick. Take notes, would you? Take notes. Because, I mean, I didn't even see exactly what Reddick said. Judon. Let's see exactly what he said. What did Judon say? Judon on contract. Don't know me. Can't demand something I haven't worked for. Wow. Look at that. Judon on a new contract. The Falcons know nothing about me as a football player or as a man. They know my previous resume. I can't really demand or ask for anything that I haven't worked for. I'm going to work for it. Dude. Is that a direct shot at Redick? The damn sounds like one. Should be. This is what Judon said. This is the guy the Jets should have traded for, by the way. So, this is what I'm talking about. The Jets should not be having to give Redick a deal. What has Redick done for the New York Jets to this point? Nada. Nil. Nothing. This is the mindset. I got to tweet this out. Take notes, Hassan. Come on. Let's be honest with ourselves. What right does he have to demand a contract? None. He has no right. I'm sorry to break that to you guys, but he doesn't. I understand he's doing what's best for himself, but like, wake up, Redick. What have you done for the Jets to demand a contract? You've done nothing. You got to prove yourself on this football team, bro. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it, man. Technically, we don't have to offer Redick anything. He's on a contract. We made a good will offer that he rejected. Yeah, exactly. If you don't give him a deal, he won't play. Simple as that. And then you have Matthew Judon saying this. And the Jets are like, see that? You see that? You see that? Zero power. Hold out and get all the fines. Lose Erator's free agent. Yeah, by the way, if Hassan Redick does not play the first 6 weeks of the season, we have his rights next year. We have his rights. That would be crazy if that happened. I would not pay him. He has to show up by week 8 or Jets keep his rights. If he came in at that time, the Jets keep him on the bench the rest of the year. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to for me, too. That's what it comes down to. The Jets have all the leverage in this situation. Every single ounce of leverage the New York Jets have. Every single one. Which is why I'm not, like, I think the Jets are doing what they can in this situation. Genuinely. I don't think this is a situation where we have to, like, expect the Jets to, like, cave. They shouldn't cave. They should not have to cave. Look what Matthew Judon is doing. Exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Exactly what I'm talking about. I think Redick's agent is dumb and making him lose money. By the way, Hassan Redick's agent is the same one as CeeDee Lamb. DK Metcalf, who did this a year or two ago. Deebo Samuel. Hassan Redick's agent is known for this. Known for this. So, Judon's doing it right. Absolutely. Redick looks like such a fool each day. Nice samurai sword. Don't let the NFL Network clowns fool you. Jets are playing this right. We own his rights, and he has to play. The drama agent, indeed. The drama agent indeed. Glenn making sense. Shout out to Glenn. Making sense. That's what it's all about. Come on, Glenn. Let's go. All Jets fans should jump on that post and tag Reddick. I just called him out. I mean, I didn't tag him. I should. Be like, hey. I mean, like, I don't want the Jets to cave to this. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So, Justin the Ball says, L. Reddick. One player doesn't matter. We are a team. We have depth. Go Jets. My man, Josh. That's my man, Josh. My right-hand man. NYJ Madden. Pumped up that Madden 25 is out. Derek Grant in the chat. Go Jets. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on now. Now, I know we're talking about today's training camp. I know that's the focus of today's show. But the Matthew Judon quote is definitely making me feel some type of way. Don't forget Trent Williams is still holding out in San Francisco. Very true. Media isn't clowning all the other teams with holdouts. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams, Jamar Chase. Only the LOL Jets. Used to it by now. Richie, do you think Izzy will be cut? I don't know, man. Listen, this is how I look at it, the Izzy situation. The Jets usually hold 4 running backs, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't see them changing it up. He's the 4th running back on this team. So we got, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis as the top 3. And then the 4th running back should be Izzy. Because if you cut Izzy, he's getting claimed somewhere else. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that. That's how I'm looking at it. Exactly. Jets for clicks. It's always the way. Even when the Jets suck, we're talked about, bro. We can't get out of the reports. They know that no matter what the Jets are, good or bad, they're going to talk about us. When is the 53-man roster video? Good question. Maybe after this week's preseason game to see who's the final ones to make things happen. That's going to be a tough cut. I mean, the Jets have tough decisions to make on the 53-man roster. It feels like every year. Every team does. But the Jets just feels different. Hey, Richie, Grand Junction Jet excited for week 4 when we play the Broncos. My dad's a huge Broncos fan. Nathan Shells coming through. Let's go. See you there, bro. Let's get it. Excited, man. Super excited, Nathan. Appreciate you. The Bengals situation is far worse. That is, no one knows how to upset their star players quite like Mike Brown. I guess the only difference is that the Jets and Hassan Reddick demanded a trade, and the Jets are like, we ain't trading you, bro. The difference is the Jets traded for him. If it was a home ground player, it would be not that big of a deal. Also, Reddick demanded a trade, which makes it more of a story. Did you see Keon Coleman not playing well and Pittsburgh Steelers are in trouble? Uh-oh. Pittsburgh. What's wrong with Pitt? I did see Keon Coleman drop a pass that's going all over the place. I mean, let's relax. Remember Jamar Chase was dropping preseason balls and everyone's like he's a bust? Just saying. It would be a bigger deal if you drafted a guy, developed him into a top 5 receiver, and you're not going to pay him. That's a bigger deal. I agree. I hope the Jets let the undrafted free agent defensive tackle go. Might be a good pickup for Miami. Relax, Glenn. He's ours. Leonard Taylor can't go nowhere. I won't allow it to happen. No. No. Guys, I want to let you know about another proud sponsor of Jets Media, Manta Sleep, baby. If you have not got your Manta Sleep mask, folks, definitely consider going to get your Manta Sleep mask because you guys can get 10% discount off with using my code JETS. That's 10% off using my code JETS. Now, if you don't know what Manta Sleep is, it's basically literally the best sleep mask on the market. And I say that with a lot of passion. I even had a Jets fan come up to me when I met him. Shout out to you if you're watching. I had a Jets fan come up to me when I met him last week at our event. He's like, Richie, thank you for saving my life because my Manta Sleep mask that I got with your code literally changed my entire sleep game. And I'm like, see, you get it. I'm partnered with this company because of how much I love this product. I use this thing all the time. So if you guys want to get a 10% discount code off of my Manta Sleep mask, definitely go do that right now. That link is in the description. You will get a discount using my code JETS, 10% off. The one I use is a Pro Mask. The Pro Mask, baby. So shout out to Manta Sleep for powering today's show. Let's get it, baby. Manta Sleep. I'll put it on to just hide from the trolls. Hide from the hate. I'm just kidding. I ain't afraid of no haters. Going to my first NFL game on Saturday to beat the Giants. Let's go. Shout out to my boy. Coming through to his first ever NFL game. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. That's going to be awesome. King Jamie's in the chat. Work. I work almost as much as Richie. King Jamie, me and you both, baby. Grind. Never stops. I love it. Russell Wilson didn't play good at all, and the left tackle we wanted last year in the draft isn't playing good. Broderick Jones, bust. Everyone's like, oh, the Patriots screwed over the Jets, bro. No, they didn't. Broderick Jones sucks. Come on. Come on now. Anyone explain how the Jets keep Reddick's rights? Is it only if he doesn't come back, or is it if he comes back and doesn't play? Just report to the facilities. It's if he doesn't show up for the excuse me. If he doesn't show up for the first 6 weeks of the season, then it goes into us. Okay, we get the rights. How beautiful is that? It's that simple. That's why the Jets have the leverage. That's why the Jets have all of the leverage, in my opinion. Just saying. Let's go, JETS, Jets, JT's in the chat. Go Lions. We got Emerald supporting the Detroit Lions. Aaron Rodgers emoji from fans of the Green Bay Packers. Love it. So over Reddick. Me too, man. Today was a bad day of practice because it was the worst day for the offense. That's why. Days like that happen. But it happened today. It happened today. It happens. So, folks, we're going to be live on The Huddle in an hour. I'll see you guys there at 3 p.m. I'm going to break it down in there on what happened. More on The Huddle about what happened at practice today. Basically, the worst day for the offense. Aaron Rodgers struggled. The Jets' offense struggled. There's like a few highlights to Garrett Wilson. Tony Adams had an interception. Will McDonald had a bunch of sacks. It was just it was a win for the defense today. So people are overreacting that their offense is never going to be good ever again because of one day of practice. That's how we operate as Jets fans. I appreciate you guys big time tuning into the show. I will see you on The Huddle in an hour from now. Big time shout out to BetUS for powering today's show. That link is in the description, folks, to sign up today. Peace and love as always. My name is Richie from Jets Media, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, folks.